Hi guys, it's Jessica and I am back with another tutorial. I know it's been a long time, but we're going to jump right into this one. This is a natural look that I'm doing per request, and right now I'm just using a spoolie to brush out my eyebrow hairs. I am now using a Jordana pencil. This pencil can be found at Walgreens or maybe the Dollar Tree and even Walmart. It's $1. It works just as good as the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade. In my opinion, I do have both of them, and I actually reach for my pencil more than I reach for the pomade. It gives very good color payoff, and again, it's just $1. So I'm just using that pencil to shade in my eyebrows to make hair like strokes wherever there are sparse hairs in my brow. Now I'm using that same pencil on the opposite side on my other brow. I'm just outlining the bottom of the brow, bringing it down to the tail, and then I'm going to go ahead and again make strokes in my brow to shade in any sparse areas where there is no hair. Using a spoolie, I'm going to brush those hairs out again into place to make sure they are laying evenly and flat. Then I am going to move in with my NYX concealer. This concealer can be found at some beauty supply stores, but it is definitely found at Ulta. This is the concealer shade in CW07 Tan. I do use a flat concealer brush to dip very little product on it, and then I go ahead and I try to outline my eyebrow the best that I can. After I have outlined that, if you ever find that you have not enough definition, just go back in with a little more color like I just did here. And then you can go ahead and start dragging that color down. My eyelids are a little darker than other portions of my face, so I do like to drag the color all the way down, and then I blend it out easily with my finger. And there you have a straight brow. You guys see that? That is awesome. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side, of course. I'm going to use that same concealer brush to outline my brow from beginning to end, curving at my brow bone and bringing it down to shape the tail. I'm going to go ahead and add a little more color, and then I'm going to follow through by, of course, dragging the color down so that I can cover my eyelid and go ahead and blend that out with my finger just as I did on the other side. Now I'm going in with the same brush and I'm going to go ahead and carve out the top portion of my brow. For the sake of this video, I was asked to do a halo eyebrow look, which means that you're going to use the same color you use on the bottom on the top. But generally, I do not use the concealer that I put on the bottom of my brow at the top. I like to use my foundation shade at the top of my brow to make it look a little bit more natural and realistic, honestly. But again, it's fine if you would like to use a lighter version on the top. It definitely helps to define your brow and give much shape to it, as you can see there. Again, what I do on one side, I do to the other. So I'm just going in with the same brush, same concealer, and carving out the other brow that I have. This does take a little bit of patience and a little bit of time for you to get this right if you are a beginner. But again, practice makes perfect. So, I encourage you guys to make sure you're practicing as much as you can to get this stuff down. After I'm done blending it out with my finger, I do use another brush to make sure I've washed out all of the excess color if I have to use a lighter color on the top. So that's what you see me doing here. I'm using a brush to draw out any additional color so that I do not have a very, very highlighted eyebrow at the top. Now I'm going to go in with the NYX Skinny Mascara in black as well, and I'm just running this mascara over my eyebrow hairs to give the appearance of darker hairs and to also make them look a little thicker than what they actually are. Now I'm going back in with the same NYX concealer, and I'm putting a little more on my eyelids to lighten them up because again, my eyelids are a little darker than the rest of my face. So after I've blended it out with my finger, I go ahead and I put some Benai banana powder to set the concealer so that it keeps it from creasing. Setting your eyelid also helps to have the eyeshadow go on a little bit smoother than what it usually would. So it's just like an eyeshadow primer, I guess. Same thing. Now I'm going to go into that chocolate bar and I'm going to use, oh gosh, I don't remember what color it is, but it's the color that I hit pan on. And it's the top row. I believe it's like the second to last color. I'm using that as my transition shade. It's a brown color, of course, and I'm just going to use that to put it all over my lid and also wipe away any powder that didn't get wiped away with the brush. Now I'm going in with the same Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and I'm using Hazelnut that is found on the bottom row, and I'm going to use that on my entire lid. Again, this is supposed to be a natural, neutral, mild, tempered look, so I'm using all natural colors. This is a shimmer, so it will show up just a little bit more. I'm going to use a brush to blend out those edges so that it does not look messy at all. And then I'm going to go in with a different brush, and I'm going to use Marzipan at the very front of my eyelid to give a little more definition, more shimmer, and a lighter color. Now I'm going to go in with the purple tube of mascara from Tarte. I believe this is called Lights Camera Flash. Putting mascara on the top of my lashes. Now I'm going in with my foundation. I am using the Clinique foundation in the shade Pecan. I do believe that this foundation oxidizes, so I did let it actually sit on my face for 1 to 2 minutes while it got a little darker, and then I also sprayed my face with NYX setting spray. The setting spray helps me to blend my foundation out a little easier with my sponge, and it also keeps my sponge very hydrated if it has dried out from sitting. Please make sure that when you're using your sponge that you are blending everything out evenly. I always take a little swing back in my chair to check my makeup to make sure it looks even on all sides. I'm also going to use that same sponge to separate my brows so that I don't have a unibrow, and also tap at the very fronts of my brows to make sure I don't have that block effect. Going back in with the NYX concealer and CW 710, I'm going to use that to only put a lighter color under my eyes. I will not be concealing my forehead or my nose or my chin or anything else that gets concealed. For the purpose of this video, again, I'm using a light amount of makeup, so I'm just going to conceal in that portion there. After I'm done blending it out with my sponge, I'm going to go in with the same banana powder and set it. Setting it helps for the concealer to not crease. I am only bringing the color to the outer part of my eye. I don't want to drag it all the way back because it will give the appearance of a wider face. So yeah, pushing that in with my sponge, the powder, and then I'm going to go ahead with my brush and start to brush that powder away. Anything else that is left on my brush, I'm just going to use that around the other portions of my face to set any other makeup that I haven't set. Going in with a NYX black gel liner pencil. I'm going to put that liner on the bottom of my eye. I love this pencil. It's also found at Ulta, and I believe it was like $5, but it's so worth it. I'm going to use another brush to blend out that liner that I just put down, and I'm also going to put the hazelnut color on the bottom as well. Going in with a little more marzipan, I'm going to put that in the inner corner more to give more shimmer, more light look there in the corner of the eye. And then I'm going to go in with my NYX liner. I actually put 2 dots there instead of 1. That was an accident, but I'm going to show you how to fix this. Take a little foundation and just cover it up. You don't need to wipe it off, just cover it up. Now I'm using Laura Geller Gilded Honey on this brush for my highlight. I will put some on tops of my cheeks, a little on the middle of my forehead, and some down my nose. Then I'm going to move ahead and go with my NYX lip pencil in brown and outline the bottom and tops of my lips. Then when I'm done doing that, I'm going to go in with a butter gloss. I believe this is Praline, and put that on my lips. Spraying with NYX Dewy Setting Spray, fanning myself so that it can dry up a little quicker. And for the most part, this is the finished look. Thank you guys for watching. I really, really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe. I will try to start bringing out more videos. And I do have a picture here of what it looks like when it was complete. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.